Hey, hey, welcome to Live with Lynn. So if you're here, say hi. If you're watching the replay, type replay so I know you were here. So I'm Lynn Huber, and I want to thank you for being here today. So today I want to talk about the most powerful productivity tip of all time. I mean, we all could use a few more hours in the day, right? I mean, it just seems like there's just never enough. And I mean, we're all crazy busy, right? I mean, do you know anybody who's not busy? Seriously, most of us wake up each morning facing crammed calendars, mile-long to-do lists. If we have kids, we're running every different direction. But, maybe is it possible you're just not making the most of your hours? So bottom line, everyone has 24 hours in a day. It's just, that's what we have. Nobody has any more. Nobody has any left. And so it only makes sense that most people, the people getting the greatest productivity from those hours are going to win the game of life, right? They're going to be the most successful in whatever it is they're doing. Most successful mom, the most successful business person, whatever it is. So here's my number one most powerful productivity tip. In my mind, it's probably the most important. Are you ready? Okay. Always do the most important thing first. Isn't that pretty simple? Really, seriously, how simple is that? Always do the most important thing first. So why is it so important to do that most important thing first? Well, you consistently get the most important things done. Of course, if you do the most important things every day, you consistently get that done. If you get nothing else done, you get the most important thing done. And how many people can say that, right? Lots of people are avoiding that most important thing because a lot of times it's the one thing that's the least pleasant. It's the one thing that's the most out of their competition. And so if you are willing to do the tough things, you don't have as much competition, because you leave everyone in the dust, because the tough things, the most important things, are the things that everyone else is avoiding. And if you just do that first, get it done, get it out of the way, now you can accomplish more things, but at least you got that one most important thing done. Absolutely, without a doubt, every single day. Only a few things really matter. So no matter what it is you're trying to accomplish, most of the things you could be doing don't really matter a whole lot, right? When you do the most important thing first, you're sticking with what matters and you're avoiding what doesn't. So the things that are not the most important thing, some of them are still going to be important, and I think you should still prioritize them. But if you work at them in the level of importance, you are seriously way ahead of everybody else in the pack. I mean, way ahead of everybody else, because the competition isn't there. People just don't do it. And it's not that hard, right? You just make that commitment that you're going to do the most important thing first. Another reason why willpower is at its highest earlier in the day. So your ability to do challenging things is actually higher in the morning. You're fresh and your willpower is at its highest. You haven't had anything yet that has sapped your willpower. You haven't run into any negative things yet during the day. And so do that most important thing first, and then leave the easier tasks for later in the day when you won't need as much willpower to do those things. So save them for those times when you have less willpower to spare, right? Your focus and energy are greatest earlier in the day. After you've been up for an hour or two, that's about as good as it's going to get. And so do you know anyone whose focus and energy are at their best at 2:30 in the afternoon? That's really rare. I mean, most people are really, they have that focus in the morning and they have that focus at night. But in the afternoon, that's when we wane, right? Most of us, almost all of us. So if you do your most important work when you're at your best, then each task that you perform takes a little out of your resources. Each task that you perform throughout the day takes a little bit more out of your resources. And so if you put off the important tasks, that's when you get to that mid-afternoon slump, and you just don't have the energy, or I mean, at least not as much as you would have first thing in the morning. I do that. I have a set routine every morning. I get up, I go straight to the shower. I don't look at my phone or my computer until I'm done with all this stuff. So I get up, I go straight to the shower. I do my makeup, I do my hair, I grab breakfast and coffee, and then I do my Facebook Live. This is you, and I syndicate it to different, to YouTube and to Instagram. And I do my follow-ups that I have on my list of things I need to follow up with. And then I sit down and I look at my inbox and I look at my texts and I look at everything else that's going to hit me throughout the day. I just get those done first because in my mind, those are my most important things. So think about that. I mean, focusing on the most important task can become a habit that seriously can be used in every area of your life, right? It's a powerful habit that you can create. And imagine how much you would accomplish in the next year if you spent the first part of your day doing your most important thing and just ignoring everything else and just getting those most important things done. Contrast that to how you're living your life now. So, it's easy to visualize the positive change that this shift could have in your life. Can you see it making a difference? I know for me it does, because I get those most important things done. I believe my Facebook Live is important. My follow-ups are critical. So those things get done before I even look at my email. And if you can start doing that with your life, no matter what it is, maybe it's your kids, maybe you have to do something with your kids first thing in the morning. That's the most important thing to you. Hey, that's totally cool. That's all relative. What's important, what's your most important thing is in here. It's what you want. And so that's really cool. But once you've got that most important thing done, now you can enjoy the remainder of your day. So when you get that most important thing done early in the day, you're going to have more time left to enjoy your life. When you spend more time on the things that don't matter a lot, then you have to spend more of it to make more progress. So it's just a given to me. To me, it's just the most important thing, get the most important thing done. So most of us make the mistake of putting off the more important tasks of the day because they're often not enjoyable. I could attest to this because I really should be exercising, and I keep telling myself I'm going to do it later in the day, and I never do. And so that's a perfect example, right? But you're at your best earlier in the day. And so when you do those most important tasks first, you're ensuring that it gets done without doubt. And then you can't run out of time if completing it is your highest priority. You're just not going to run out of time because you're doing it first thing in the morning after you get up, whatever time that is. There's not a set time, but you just do that most important things first. So getting that most important thing completed each and every day is an amazing way to guarantee your success, because most people don't even get that done. They don't even get the important things done. A lot of people work on busy work all day because it's in their comfort zone. And they feel like they're being productive. They feel like they're getting things done, but they're not. And they're in their comfort zone. And then they wonder why a year from now, why I've been working so hard and nothing, I haven't grown, I haven't accomplished anything. And that's why, because they didn't do the most important things. They didn't get those things done. So if you do them first, it's huge. It's just huge. So begin building this as a really important habit, okay? It's going to take your life to a whole new level of accomplishment. So, hey, now I want to hear from you. What do you guys think about this? I mean, what do you have any ideas about what I'm saying? I would love to hear your ideas. And I would love to hear what maybe your most important things are. What is it that you consider top priority that you should probably put at the first thing of your list and that you should do first thing when you get up? I'd love to hear. Tell me about it in the comments below. And thanks for being here with me today. I hope you have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.